Hey guys, what's going on? I thought I'd go through a quick video this morning. I was asked a couple of times in the AlgoPro Discord yesterday if I did any spy trades, and I did, and I said I'd do a video, and that's what I'm doing now. So thought I'd do the video. I spoke to the admin for AlgoPro as well, and they said that it's fine as long as I'm sharing content that's just to do with AlgoPro. So it's like an AlgoPro video, you know. So thought I'd do one. If you want to subscribe to the channel, I'm mainly doing AlgoPro at the moment, but I also do a lot of reviews of other stock alert services and things that you might find useful. And at the moment, AlgoPro is kind of my main focus. So anyway, so my strategy that's been working really, really well on AlgoPro is just really simple. So I use version 1.2, which is what you see on your screen right now. And all I trade is SPY. So just SPY, that's it. And I've mainly been doing it on the 3-minute, although I have been known to go to the 5-minute on occasions, but usually 3-minute I found to be a little bit more reliable just for me and the way that I trade these signals. And so a quick analysis of yesterday, then a little bit of today. So yesterday, because we started to have this unexpected uptrend, a lot of the sell signals aren't working that well. So you can see that they started to work, kind of started to work, and then failed, started to work, and then failed. And this is where I took my first 2 trades. So I took 2 trades yesterday. I actually had my first losing trade on AlgoPro for a long time. I think maybe ever. So, and it wasn't an insignificant loss because we really did have this abrupt reversal. So losses are part and parcel of it, and you can see the pattern is actually repeated several times yesterday, where you'd have a sell and then a quick turn, and then again it did it just after I'd done with this whole trade. It did it again. So as long as you're aware of that and you're not scared to jump back in, that's one of the keys, right? Like, the problem with having a losing trade is like you might just be like, oh no, it's like this algo sucks, I'm gonna, blow up my account. And so if I'd done that, I would have lost about $1,000 yesterday if I just like stopped. so what I did is basically I jumped in on this candle. I was kind of slow, so I got in down here somewhere, and then of course it immediately starts to reverse, and then it flipped to a buy signal. And this is a fairly significant movement if you're using volatile options contracts, which is what I do. So I was using 1 day to expiration at the money, so 0.5 delta contracts for this trade and the successful trade I'm about to talk about. And so they do move fast in either direction, which is fine because I don't want to be in trades that long. I have a really busy schedule, and basically I just want to get in and get out of these things. Unfortunately, yesterday's losing trade was the fast one, so I lost on this one. I'll show you the screenshot of the profit, well, the loss on that one. And then what happened is I jumped straight back in on the buy signal. Because I'd looked at kind of what had been happening before, I kind of figured I'd get my losses back, which I did. And so basically got in on this one pretty quickly. And I took a screenshot because what happens with AlgoPro is you don't get to see on version 1.2, once the signals are finished, they can't leave the profit loss like targets and stop loss lines in there. Everywhere it'd be a total mess, so they vanish. But I take a screenshot while I'm doing it so that you guys can see like my thought process, whatever it might be helpful to you guys. So here's a screenshot from yesterday on that trade. I'll try and zoom in here. So you can see I actually jumped in pretty quickly before the entry signal started, and then I rode it all the way up past profit target 1 and then up to profit target 2, got up here. These are 3-minute candles, so it was a fairly long trade. You know, you're talking like, what, an hour? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Like, a long time. Too long for my liking, being a crackhead day trade. So these are the 3-minute candles. So yeah, and so when I started to plateau out here, I was happy with my profits. I'd more than doubled the loss, and it's like, okay, we're at 418. This has been a nice run. I think I'll call it a day. So it's really up to you, like, I guess how you handle these, like whether you take half your profits here, then half your profits here. I've always had a problem scaling out of trades. I usually just try and hold and then get out. And it's worked okay for me with these types of algos in the past, at least the good ones. So in that trade, this is my think or swim. You can see hopefully you can see it. It's always hard to see these things. I'll zoom up so you can see. You see the put that I took was November 1st, which is today, but it was yesterday that I took it, so it's a 1 day DTE, and then I did a call. So I lost that 1,000 on that little dip, which isn't so little when you've got these volatile contracts and a lot of them. And then I made it back plus more. So that was my trading on SPY Lux Algo yesterday. Like I said, the settings are nothing. I don't do anything fancy. So I've used these algos before, these types of algos, other types, and you can get really complex and start filtering and filtering and filtering. And some people like to do that, and I do on some other ones. But this one I found to be just like plug and play. So you can kind of see that they're accurate enough that as long as you're careful with your entries and exits, don't get too greedy, it works pretty well. And you can see, especially if you start to notice these trends where, for whatever reason, the sell signals are failing and then they're getting a buy, sell signals failing, getting a buy, sell. By failing, it might only be like one candle or whatever. It's not a fail, but it's not a good trade. Then you can start to be like, okay, we're in an uptrend, so I'm not going to take any of the downtrend signals, And on AlgoPro, there may be a way to filter those out. So if you're in an uptrend, you can't take, they don't even show up, Anyway, look at this one. So overnight, so this one triggered yesterday, and it's still been going up overnight. So missed that. Again, it's been the same pattern of ignore the sell signals because we're in an uptrend. So I think if I have one piece of advice for you is try and trade with the trend with the algo. It definitely helps. I wish I'd just ignored that sell signal and jumped in on the buy signals, right? ignored the sell signals. Anyway, hopefully that's helpful. Let me know in the Discord if you're in the AlgoPro Discord if there's anything else I can talk about. If you look through the channel, you can find lots and lots of videos. I've shown other example trades I've done. Also just gone into all the different details of the thing. I've also done a full review on a blog that I run, which you'll find in the description below, along with a bunch of other helpful resources, links and tools, other ways to connect with me on Facebook, a Facebook group and things as well, where we can talk about AlgoPro as well. It'll be pretty good. Alright guys, hopefully you have a good day trading. Let's see what the Fed has to say today and how the market reacts.